My name is Samantha Brown, and I'm showcasing in set construction, costume construction, and makeup design. I really appreciate how tech theater makes the show look afterward, because it's not all about the actors, it's about how it all looks as one nice whole round product, and it's very cohesive when you have the designers doing all of the costume work and the set construction people doing all of the set work. It makes the show look more like you can separate it from I'm watching a show, as in you're making a connection to the audience. One of the things I'm most interested in is set construction, and my piece that I'm most proud of is our yellow godhead from the 2020 mime show called The Magic Lake. It's inspired by an Incan river valley in a hillside, and it's a very cultural religious place. And so in the King's Palace they have what we call the godhead, and it's 9 feet by 5 feet, and it was a very time-consuming project. I was so proud of it. We worked on it non-stop every day after school for like a month. It was great. Another challenging project that we did was from Haroon in the Sea of Stories. It was our fall show for my junior year, and one of my biggest pieces that I did from that was these 6 big cloud figures with a 12-pointed star on the false proscenium. They were very, very time-consuming. They are 8 by 4 feet. They had all of these little intricate cutout pieces that go on top of it, and it was a lot of dimension, and the inspiration for that was really a part of the story. With the story is from a Persian author. Another project that we worked on was the swan boat. She was a 9.5 feet by 9 feet swan, and it said Arabian Nights +1 on it, and they used it a lot. It was very versatile throughout the show. It was on stage and off stage, and it was a whole big ordeal, and so it took a long time for us to figure out how to maneuver all the angles, because the swan is very curved, and it was just a very challenging project, but it was very fun, and it held up because everybody said it was like their favorite set piece from the show. The costume construction class I took in sophomore year really got me interested in fashion costume. So the 2 skirts that I have on my table on the mannequins were projects I did this summer over the quarantine and all of that. The piece that I'm most proud of on my table with costume is my pink skirt. It's about mid-calf with my floral mesh over it. That took, I did it all in one day, and it took 12 hours to do completely and totally. Another piece that I'm really proud of is my yellow floral skirt it's also mid-calf. On my table, I did that in March of this year, March of 2020, and it was a project that I did over the course of a few days. I was still trying to figure out how to do things with the waistband, and it took quite a few trial and error, and I made a skirt before that, and this is the end result of what I learned in costume instruction with this fashion piece. So, as you can see with my bone pillow, from my hobo bag in sophomore year to my skirts in junior year, you can really see there was a journey and a process of learning how to sew and maneuver fabric the way I wanted it to. There was also a process in my early set construction classes, as well as some prop work we did in that class. We started out with the pencil box, which was our final project for freshman year. That was really the smallest thing we've ever done, but it really led into us doing the platform in sophomore year with the false Broadway demonstration, where everything is labeled, and then it came to the tree trunk in junior year with our, the inspiration was fantasy scenery set pieces, and it was really getting us ready to do this mime show. So the trunk took about a month in the class to make. We had to make it, we had to be able to stand on it, we had to be able to sit on it, it had to take a weight of 150 pounds, and it had to be stable, it had to be level. There were all these different elements. We had to paint the muslin, and it really got me into doing shows so much that I did technical director for Mime Show, and I did assistant technical director for other shows that were canceled due to COVID. And yeah, that's my journey. What I want to do in college is makeup design. I want to do movie and TV sets and do makeup design for that, for indie films and other things, stage plays. So my makeup design board was actually a very, very, very long process. We had a semester class, and so everything on the bottom of that board, there are 2 makeup designs for the class I did in junior year in 2019. First we have my makeup design for gore, and then there's another gore, and they're character-based. It's like plastic surgery and a witch that gets her eye pecked out, and then I got a lot of inspiration for this trilogy on the whole entire top of the board. It's 3 makeup designs that they kind of tell a story. So our first one is like, she's got her head split open, and it's like she's really, really happy inside of her head, but she looks completely messed up on the outside. And it's kind of that journey you take through freshman and sophomore year, where you think, oh, everything's great, this is going to be great, and on the outside you get kind of stressed because their time management's not there. And then we go into the next piece where you're kind of realizing it's not there either, and you have to fix yourself. And so it's this fish in this balloon, and it's like when you get a fish at a carnival, you have to take care of it and you have to nurture it, and then at the end you kind of soar, you're a butterfly, and the scars are still there, but you've kind of realized in your senior year that you can do things, and that these things will lead you to college where you can do great things.